Well, welcome to the next build for the Remembrance build. It's starting a bit late now. Today is the 14th, and I was doing other things and in regards to modelling, obviously with the magazine bits I was doing. So, and I did them off camera, and I'm going to delete my two magazine builds, and I'm just going to do them as personal things in the background. But this is the build now we're doing. It's Matilda Mark III. Stroke 4, and it's British infantry tank. Infantry tank means basically that the troops will walk behind it. That's where I look at it anyway. But it was a slow vehicle, but it was very powerful at the beginning part of the war, and because it was called the Queen of the Battlefield until the Germans turned their 88s onto it, and then of course it lost its flavour then. But of course anything would have done then, because that weapon was really, there was an 88 anti-aircraft gun, and they Rommel turned it into a anti-tank gun as well. Right then, anyway, so let's have a look, see what's in the box again, and we're going to start. So, whoops, there you go. And I'm not just, let's get this box a bit out. I'll put it down there. There you go, out of the way. I've got my tracks here, as you can see, still. May still use these, I'm not sure. It all depends on whether the plastic ones look the part, but I think the metal ones will be okay. Right, so what we're going to do now, there's the bits, we showed all this earlier on. Now this is the PE it came. Oops, there you go, it came there today. Not here today, a couple of days ago, so it's ready there. I'm going to be looking at that, so I'm going to get the instructions out for that later on, and we're going to start. So let's have a little look, see what the instruction says that we've got to do, and I'll move those over there out of the way. So basically all the usual splurb gives you, if you want, I'm going to put that like that, and if you want to freeze it and look about the information now, you can actually freeze frame, and you should be able to, well, if I do that, you should be able to read that quite nicely. There you go. So we go. So the first thing we start is this. Now what I'm going to do is, I was going to do the tracks first, and I thought it was a good idea, but I decided now to actually come in with this and start building it per the actual instructions, because I think the tracks come up pretty quickly anyway. And there we go, and the suspension all the way around here, and then we get up to number 11, and that's when the tracks come into it. And these actually, if I look, I'll put them up against the metal ones. Now I might as well use the metal ones because I do get out, so it'll take a little while to build those. But anyway, but we work on the kit until we get to that part. But before we go starting on this, I need to get these instructions undone for the PE, because I don't want to go past a bit where I need to use a bit of PE. So I'm going to put the across here. Whoops. Let's do this up the top. There we go. And didn't get right through, which is quite unusual. There we go. Right, here we go. Oh, good. That was good. Back in a sec. And I'm back. So, yeah, I'm not going to use everything, because I never normally do, because sometimes the kit part could be just as good on its own. Right, so first things first. Yep, that's all in the turret. I've got, funny for me, you're going to use a lot of that. And this is the tools and clamps. So basically I can keep this in the front of me over here, clipped onto my spray booth, and go. So quite interesting. So we're going to start with this when we get to it. So where's my little things? I'll do it, I'll put it there for the moment. But right, so we're going to start getting rid of this next. So what we're going to do is get the old clipperoolies ready, and away we go. So we want some the C sprue and a D sprue. Yeah, C and D, as you can see. I think you can see that quite clearly. Yeah. So put this over there for the moment. Now, what sprue is this one? That is the C sprue. Sorry, this is the C sprue. I'm going to have to put a bit of, there ain't many sprues here, so I might just keep carrying on like this. So I normally put a bit of paper on if there's a lot of sprues. So there you go. So that's how I out. Put that down there for a moment. And then we're going to go for the D screw now. funny enough, the next one is the D-screw, and the rest of it's all to do with tracks and wheels and road wheels. So it's only 2 screws, so that shouldn't be too bad. And there it is. Put that down here. And what we do is we use the lid to put the screws in that I'm using. So what we're going to do, this is the C screw, so we're going to find C. What's got C? So it's this part here. This one here. I could zoom out a little bit, I think. Let's have a look, see if we can get some. Zoom out. No, that was my focus button, silly devil. That's it. Right, forget that one. Oh, you know what I'm doing? It's a bit silly, isn't it? That'll do. Right, so now you can see me a little bit more if I go off the screen here. Right, so we want this part here. I'm going to try and get it with the angle of the plate, and the same with the back. Now this one, go back that way. That bit's there. Then we want C7 and C8. C7, oh there they are, straightforward. What I'm going to do is what I do sometimes. I do this. Didn't go to the floor, went to my legs. And there they're both there. So they're both there, so we can do them at the same time. And then we got C24 and C24, so there's 2 of those. C24. Yep, there they are, so I'm going to do this. And C25s, that's it. So really I can cut them off together, but if we do this, sometimes I find it's easier doing it like that way. So that's that bit, all those bits for that bit for there. Then we got a good D, 2 Ds. I've seen them already. So there's D48 and D47. And there they are, D47, 48. So I can't mistake them. There you go. Now I think the white balance is off a little bit because that colour is yeah, a little bit off. So I might go and do that now. That might be better. Right, there we go. So there you go. I think, yeah, this white balance is slightly off. I'll correct that for when I start doing in the next segment. So right, we go. So then we're going to clean them up. So I'm going to switch off now and come back because I can clean these bits up and then we'll glue them together. Back in a second. Right, I'm back and I've got the white balance perfectly now, so that's good. And yeah, so we're back in. I've cleaned all the parts up now, so we're going to start building them together. So we'll start with this, and I'll get my Tamiya glue out. So we're going to put this C7, and you can't miss it really because the C7 is this side. This side. Yep, that goes on this side. So if we just move that over to there. Do a test fit because I haven't done a test fit yet. There you go. Pretty much Tamiya, isn't it? Yeah, very good. So let's get a bit of glue out of there. See me doing it? Yeah. Don't need much because I can put a bit more glue on the inside. perfectly. So I'm just going to run the glue down the inside here, like so. You can see me doing. That's perfect. It's good alignment. That's it, it's in alignment now. So that one's done. Now we can go to the other side. I'll do a test fit again quickly. I could zoom in, I suppose, but I always forget to zoom out. Right, here we go. And the same on this side. Yep, that's going to be a nice fit. So I'm going to just put a bit of glue around the side so it just tacks it. And it will be alright. There you go. And that tacks it on. Oh, I thought it was going to tack on. Well, this is not tack on, is it? This is a Tamiya kit. Anyway, let's try and go back in. Yep, that lines up nicely. Back down the bottom here. And now I'm going to go around and do exactly the same thing again. So, there you go, it's this one. Push it in. Make sure that lines up at the bottom. And it does. So that's that. So I'm going to let it dry. But we can do that while it's drying. I can do this. This is the actual driver's hatch. Can't go wrong because you've got a bar there and it goes this way like this. So you can see that little raised area there. There you go. So, and it's got a slit. So basically, and drop it in, and it's into place straight away. Always blow on it to get rid of any the glue that seeps out, because it does evaporate quickly that way then. So right, that's that bit done. Now we're going to get these bits on. So that's the 24s first. In fact, you're better off putting this in first, because basically the 25s, because it actually slots into the slot, as you can see. So that's easy enough to do. I'll get my pinches this time. Oops. Had a cocktail stick there too, Matt. Here we go. So I'm going to put a big glue on underneath the little edges there. There you go. Go down to this and slot that in, and then put a bit on the bottom. And once again, slot it in. It's funny I can't get it in there. That's it. Push it down. Come in from underneath, a little bit of glue there. Is it straight? Not quite. But it is now. There you go. So that's done. That's one. So we get another one. A bit of glue on the underneath again, just so it sticks to it. Put it in. Bit of glue on the spike bit. and back in again. That went in easier. Make sure it's straight and in properly. Go to the back side of it and just drop a little bit of glue there just to confirm it's bonding, and it is. And check again to make sure they're straight, and it is. Yep, both straight. So we've done that bit now, and we've done that. So really, if you get my old pencil, all done. In fact, that would have been an easy way of doing it. So we've done that bit. So put the glue on, and we come to the other side now. So right, I'm going to put that in a safe place over here, out of the way. And now we're going to be looking at road wheels. Make 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a couple now, and then they'll go away and do this, because it's going to be a bit long and laborious if we do that. Oh, the wheels. Then it's A's. So don't want that one. Don't want that one. We want A. And looks like there's two A's. Yeah, there's two A's. Right, so we get this one out. Put that back in there. So I've not got nothing in it, so that's good. Go in the bin and start doing it. So if I do this, I need A5. An A5. Oh. What's the A5 on there? A5 and A9. Well, it's going to switch off because I can't see any A5s. So it's just going to switch off for a couple of seconds. Right, well, I was looking for the wrong number. It's A9 and A25 I need. I actually got, for some reason I got the wrong number in my mind, so I'm going to cut a few of these off. These are the, get some little, my little cut things out. And what we're going to do now is do the A9s first, which are these ones here. So we just do some of these. And A9s are on, oops, A9s are on the other side as well. I'm getting them in the pot, which is unusual. Well, they're missed anyway. A9. This is make 20, so I'm going to do the other A9s, going to be easier. And here they are again. So just get them off. Come the other way. That was better, wasn't it? But anyway, so all my A9s are off. So they're A9s. And the next ones we'll do is A25s. And the A25s are over here. Now what I'm going to do now is go off and get all these off and then come back afterwards. See you in a few seconds. Right, we've got all those off now. So what I'm going to do now is continue to get these pieces off so they're done. So I'm going to snip them off, and we'll do that, and I'll come back in a few seconds. Right, we've got them all done, not cleaned up. I've just done them like that, and what we're going to do now is get some poly caps, and I think they're in the, yeah, there they are. You can see the poly caps are there, so we get the poly caps out. There we go. Put that back in. I won't be using that string, I don't think. I'll be using some copper wire if I've got some. I think I have. Right, get some, another little thing. I'll have my bottle tops. Anyway, so here we go. So we're going to put all these poly caps to one side. And put them all in there. And they're done. So we've got all our poly caps, and that's for those wheels there. So I'll put them up that end for those ones. I think if I use the metal tracks, I've got a different sprocket, so slightly different fits that track. So I don't know why that's not the case, but anyway, so what we can do is put that over there now. That's done. And that's there, so that's done, so you can see them in place. So right, so that's what we're going to do. So we've got all these bits in. Now I've got to start cleaning up. Now that's sanding, so as I said before, I don't want to be sitting there sanding because we're on 22 minutes now already, so you can just imagine. So there we go then. So I just switch off this couple of seconds. Right, we're back, and what I'm going to do is start gluing some of these wheels together. So I'll bring these two over. I've already got two out, my test fitted earlier on, and then I'll clean them up afterwards. That's weird, isn't it? That's better. I think I actually knocked it off focus there. Right, here we go. So what we're going to do is get one of these glues. I'm going to glue put it in. I might be able to come down a little bit now. If I come, oops, wrong way. And then I've just got to remember to stay in the middle where there is. There you go. So yep, if I do that, so we've got this bit here, and we're going to do this, and I most probably just do a couple, and then goes in here, and then glues on. It's quite straightforward, really, isn't it? Just do a couple, and then I'll come back in and show you the others afterwards when they're done. And I'll clean a bit. There we go. So I'm doing it the other way around now. That's all right. And that's it. I wanted to line up that because I've lined up where they'll come off the peg, so that makes it easier. Right, there we go. So that's what we're going to be doing now, and I'll come back in a couple of seconds when I've finished these ones. See you in a few seconds. Right, I'm back again, and you've got these ones done. I've got the bits and pieces. You can see I've done all those glued. They haven't been cleaned up yet, so they've got to be cleaned up. And I've lined up where you've got to clean up on one side of the wheel, because that's it's pretty good for that. So now we've got to do these, and these. Hold on. No, these are actually just stick together on their own, don't they? That's silly, baby. I was trying to make it worse than it was. Anyway, so there we go. So that's that. And oops, where's the female one? Yep, that's the female one. So I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to do a couple, and then go back and do it. You can see what I'm doing. And was that the one? Nope. That was one. That's it. And it's going on like that. And what I do, I can't line these ones up, but I can actually see where. Oops. Just need to put a bit of glue in there. Let it soak in. There you go. And leave them to actually do. Put it in there. And the next one. There'll be two of these. Going the wrong way. There you go. Done. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to rub a bit of glue around the joint. Give it a blow. And that's done. So them two are done. So they're done. So that's all them done. So a bit of clean up has got to be done. And then this one, this is where we start using our grommets as I call them. Polycaps, of course, is the real name. So that goes into there, like so. And then we get the next one, which has got, this has got the hole, so we've got to get one of these. There you go. And now I'm going to rub a bit of glue around the side. Not a polycap, obviously, but we'll still do that afterwards. Right. And now I can run a bit of glue around it and it should do the job. There you go. So that's one done. Another one to do. Put that one back in there. Here we go again, same thing, principle. And put that on there like so. Yep, that's lined up. Now all we're going to do is just do a bit of around it, because the glue will dry up around. Put it on there, give it a good squash down. We've done two, so that's two of those. And now we're going to get these done. I'm going to do them all on camera, and I might call this a take, because I've gone, this is 22 minutes long so far, I think it is. Yep. So don't want to go too big, because people get bored with it. Right, put that in there. Then we've got to get the one with the peg on it. Oh, that is the one with the peg. And this one there goes into here. So here we go. So we're going to do the same as what we did last time. And then pick this one up, and just me to pick the wrong one up. That's the one I want. That's it. Now what we do is run a bit of glue around here. And if I don't have to use these, and it's because if I do the metal tracks, I think there's only just the sprockets you have to do. And again, I'm going to push this down and give it a good push. And that one's done. Now we've got another one. Oops. Good fun. I'll put it in the other one, that's why this is the best one to put it in. That's it. Right, here we go. Run a bit of glue around again. And then pop it on. Put it straight in. And then run a bit of glue around it. And there you go. Do another big squish. And now we've got all the wheels done, just got to be cleaned up. So I'll clean them up and then come back just to show they've all been cleaned, and I'll see you in a few seconds. For you, a bit longer for me. Right, I thought I'd better come back in and just mention that fact, if you can see there, whoops, you might be able to, if I can come down a bit, I don't know how far I can come down with this. That's about it, I think. If you look at the wheel, there's 2 bits of, that's it. I'm gonna have to go out, it's too much, it's too small as well. You can just about see there and there is where the actual come off the sprue. Now if you line them up, you only have to do a quick clean, and basically what I do is this, very similar to this. There they are. Try to keep it in, and I just, all I do is do this. I don't press on it, I just go lightly and check it, and then I do the soft sander afterwards. And if I look at that closely, yep, that's done, that's all clean, so that one's done. So we've got these to do, and if I come out a little bit further, because I know it has struggles when I'm too close. There you go. So there it is, and again, you can't line these ones up, but you can see where it is. There's one there, I think you can see it, and all I do is just get this round on this side and just do that very lightly, and it's gone. And there's another one here somewhere. There it is, that's there. So just feel where it is, and again, just let the stick do the work. That's all you've got to do, just like that, and then come off with that. And if you want to go all the way around just to do that, there's not a problem. I didn't do it with the little ones. A lot of people would say it's not worth doing because there you go, that was a bit still rough, but I still think it is. I know I've done it then. There you go, so that's 1, and that's 2, and there's 1 there. See, I wish they would line up, but they don't. But they line up with the wheel, that's the main thing. Right, here we go, so we're going to get that one over there. It's nice and smooth. Just going it around like that. And then come up on the other side, find the other one. There it is. There's 1 there. Now I'm letting the weight of the stick do the work. That one's alright, and this one's going to be alright. I'll rest it on both wheels, and so just give them a bit of scoop around and round and round. Right, I'll come off again for a couple of seconds, and I'll come back in a second. Right, this will be end of this update. This will be update 1, and then we've done number 1 and number 2, and done all the wheels, and they're all cleaned up, as you can see, and I'm happy with that. So now we're going to be moving on to number 3 now. So what I'm going to do is upload this to the computer so it's ready to go on YouTube, and then we'll be working back with this one, and then we might be able to get this bit done soon as well. It all depends for the next update. Oh, and over there. And yeah, so going quite nicely so far, and I will check to see if the tracks need to have the sprocket from the metal one if I decide to use that one. I think I will be using the metal tracks anyway. There you go, so all these are done, so we're happy with that so far, and I'll catch you in the next update. Happy modelling, stay safe in this very dodgy world we live in. Happy modelling.